Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the weekly Fortcast. My name is BenK.
I'm Pfluger.
And it took us way too long to coordinate that intro. We got to plan things before they start out so we don't have a start like last time.
Yeah,
but regardless, we still have notes for today, just like the first time. We made it to the second week.
We did.
Short form content's looking good. By the way, everyone, if you're not already following Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, everywhere.
Download Podbean.
Yeah, Podbean, Apple Podcasts now.
Yes,
sir.
Yes,
listen,
sir.
Anywhere and everywhere you can possibly find us, search the Weekly Forecast or Weekly Forecasts on Twitter because...
Sadly, Twitter.
Yeah.
We didn't get the OG.
Can't get the Weekly Forecast on...
It is what it is, though.
Yeah, what are you going to do? But I guess today, last time we talked about globals. This time around, we're going to start off with something competitive as well. New duos. We suspected that there would be some big shakeups in the scene.
Not this big.
Not this big.
Not this big at all.
No, not at all. I mean, I've got the list in front of me, and I'm not sure how many of them you remember, but I'll kind of work our way through. First off, Vino and Queasy splitting is insane. I mean, I can't say I'm surprised, but it hurts to see.
It does hurt to see. Like, they were up there for so long, and now it's just...
And they were so confident for the longest time, but I mean, duos come and go. As far as like Vino and Queasy, they've grown so much together and become so professional that I think they both kind of knew it was time to try other things out. Granted, we don't know, right? Come next chapter, they could be back together.
This is true.
We've seen it happen before.
This is true.
But I guess Vino's new duo, Tayson...
They're looking... I mean, that's insane. That's such a good duel.
Yeah, and what are the odds, right? Vino and Tayson. Tayson, the winner of Solo All-Stars. Vino, second place. Lost the 1v1 to Tayson. Now they're pairing up together.
Think about that.
Kind of a crazy combination.
That is crazy.
I didn't really get to watch much of them playing, but I can imagine it's kind of like a co-IGL kind of thing because they have so much experience together.
Right.
Like they'll be bouncing off more as far as rotates.
I think Tayson might hard IGL because he's still that guy who can still...
That's true. He definitely can. But I mean, I'm excited to see how they compete for other events moving forward, but we still got some time. We'll see. Because basically the only sneak peek we got at any of these duos was the last duo CC, which we know how CCs are. I mean, they're cash cups. Yeah, exactly. But Savage and Pink. Now, this duo I actually got to watch a lot of.
Okay.
I watched the stream, watched them run up some of these games, and talking about co-IGLing a little bit too much.
Really?
They were stumbling over each other because Savage has like a very unique play style.
Yes, he does.
Like very different, especially when you watch him play solos. You're like, what in the world is going on?
He makes it work.
No, he does, and it works for him. But the hard part with Savage is finding a duo that works with him.
Yes.
Benji worked with him just because Benji was the GOAT and could adapt to anyone.
That's true.
But like Savage and Pink, I think has a lot of that like traditionalist kind of approach to competitive.
He's been here for a while. So.
He's that same group of like the young up and comers where you look at like Vino, Queasy, those groups where they have a similar mindset towards things of like we need to be structured in our approach versus Savage. He's just like, I'm him, man.
I'm going with the flow, dude. You know?
He's like the most flowy solo player too. Like it's kind of crazy to watch. Malibuca Mustache back together.
I'm excited about that one,
dude.
Hey, I landed Cuddle, and seeing them land there as well, knowing that they do well from there. Yeah. Love to see it.
I mean, they did well too. I mean, any of the duos that we're mentioning, right? Notice I'm not going to mention Queasy on this list because it didn't exactly go to plan and. It's the off season, right?
It's the off season.
We are not going to flame anyone. The only reason we're talking about certain of these duos is because they showed out, right? It's because Vino Tayson did well. Savage Pink didn't do too bad. Malibuca Mustache did very well, which no surprise there, of course.
Exactly.
I guess the next one, which is weird because I don't know if this is a permanent split. I doubt it.
Okay.
Miro and Cooper played with different teammates.
I did see that. I don't think it would be.
I feel like Miro is the type where he likes to enjoy his off season and have fun with his circle. Same thing with Cooper, right? Cooper has been hard grinding streams.
It's been insane.
I think we mentioned it last week how he was averaging like 1,000 viewers.
Yeah.
Now he's at like 2,000, 2,500 viewers.
He played a Clicks this week.
Yeah, I didn't get to see that stream, man. Oh my gosh.
Qualified. We will have to see what happens today.
Yeah. But just this last Cash Cup, Muzz and Cooper teamed up, which is, Muzz is him, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Cooper with his flashy play style and the way that he approaches like IGLing, him and Cooper, I am not surprised to see them do well. They finished 4th in the CC, so.
I've been watching Cooper recently. He moves differently.
It's scary.
Like in IGL, though.
Yeah,
I can't imagine him being a fragger.
I thought I was old. No, I'm old. Dude,
I might be also.
Dude,
it's not looking good.
It's not a good look at the IGL, right? I can pull a Bizzle here. I can
exactly.
I can really hone in on the mentality part of it. Nope, that doesn't cut it anymore.
It's over.
Cooper redefining the meta here.
Exactly.
Dude, absolutely nuts. And then Muzz just as flashy, man. So consistent. No surprise to see them do well.
Got him.
But then you saw Kanata and Mero.
Yeah, this is true. That's a streaky duo.
That is, and a very scary duo.
Yes.
And the funny thing is, Cooper Muzz 4th, Kanata Mero 5th.
No.
Just underneath. But it's a CC, so you can't really take it with a grain of salt, right?
Yeah.
But Kanata and Mero is scary.
That is scary.
Kanata last FNCS champ. Now Mero, global championship champ.
This is true.
Ooh, that's a lot of experience.
That is a lot of experience. Very scary.
I feel like that's the kind of duo that can drop into any tournament and guarantee a top 5.
Yeah.
Like 100%. just off pure willpower.
If they don't, something major happens.
Oh no, someone's trolling or something crashed.
Exactly.
It's kind of crazy. You threw on this duo for Doxy and Tripburn. What's the story behind them?
Okay. So they played this duo Cash Cup. No comms. We had Peterbot and Cooper calming for them the whole time. They won 3 out of 4 games back to back to back.
Dude, Peterbot and Cooper calming is a wild combination.
The thing is, Peterbot was calming seriously. I've never heard it.
I like how he calms seriously for other duos, but not his own duo.
Seriously, and it was insane. They actually played good. They qualified.
Yeah.
They're playing right now, actually. I think whenever I check, they're in 2nd.
Nuts.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we'll talk about it next week.
It's going to be insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I say we're going to talk about it next week, but that's assuming it doesn't get buried underneath all the crazy stuff going down next week. Literally 7 days, 8 days until the new season, or at least until the end of the prospective season. Maybe the new chapter, we're not sure, but it looks like at least for sure there's been enough leaks. We're going to get a month of seasons, 5 through 10?
Exactly.
Where it'll switch every week or so, which is wild. And some of the teasers have been crazy. Did you see this, the Courage JD, and then this morning, the Dr. Lupo teaser?
Dude, that's insane.
No, it's nuts. And for anyone at home who doesn't, who hasn't seen this stuff going down on Twitter, if you're not on Twitter already, as far as Fortnite news and drama, you got to be there.
Yeah.
And you have to follow the weekly Fortcasts on Twitter, of course.
100%.
But basically, it just like we've seen it happen so many times where parts of the old map will appear on the current island in Battle Royale. And this started happening a couple of months ago, where you saw pieces like some signs from some of the old gas stations, some pieces from Dusty.
All of them going to Frenzy Fields. The thing is, are they leaving Frenzy and coming to the real world?
So that's the thing, right?
Okay.
Every day, or at least it's been 2 days in a row now. One day went by, one disappeared, and reappeared in the real world in Courage JD's backyard.
That's insane.
He received a massive Chapter 1 gas station sign, the gas station that Booga switched up his drop to in the last game of World Cup.
Yes, sir.
And it is, and when I say huge, I mean huge.
It's huge. It's bigger than this whole setup.
It's massive. Absolutely ridiculous. And then this morning at 8 a.m., Dr. Lupo posted that he found a massive coffee cup from Dusty out in a field or something behind his house, which is crazy.
Dude, the leaks have been insane. I'm so excited for this new season, man.
All I know is that we need something for the backdrop. We need that coffee pot or something.
I need like a little neon sign or something.
This stuff is so cool. And as far as influencer activations from Epic and pushing new seasons, I feel like they've started to utilize these more and more. We saw just before this last season, right? You saw the crescent moon start to appear and pieces of influencer setups disappear. That was a really cool one just because they got so many people involved.
Yeah.
Now this one, it's another level.
Now we're also talking about the OG, how Epic sent out all the OG packages to all the creators.
Yep.
That was really cool. If on the back of the vinyl, there was the OG map.
Yeah.
Which is leaking it making sure they know that OG Fortnite is coming back.
It's got to be confirmed. I mean,
I think it has to
if
be.
anything, it's just pushing in influencers and creators to be like, hey, get ready.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be 2017 again.
It's going to be pretty much.
Dude,
Yeah.
like I am so ready
excited.
for it. I know for a fact I'm not putting the game down during that month.
No. I mean, at least 10,000 hours.
Dude, like that period of time from like season 5 to season 10 had to have been the most fun I've ever had on a video game my entire life.
By far. I mean, I think that's anyone, though. If anyone played during 2017 Fortnite, bang.
Vibes were different.
It was insane.
Man. It was just a whole nother level. And I mean, a lot of kids, they look at Fortnite, it's like the first game ever, and that's all they know. But
yeah.
I've been playing video games since I was...
Yeah, I played since 2011, Minecraft Pocket Edition.
Dude, I mean, like so long ago.
Yeah.
Started playing games when I was so young, and then from like Minecraft, then into I don't even remember. Of course, like the Minecraft shooters. My parents didn't want me to play shooter games, and then I went from that to CS:GO.
Exactly same.
And then PUBG.
Sir.
Yeah, PUBG. Then H1, and then Fortnite.
Yeah.
And then, dude, it's just like it was building up to that point, and I had so many hours in games, and I just remember that being not even comparable.
God tier. It has to be.
Oh, absolutely.
It's above S.
If any game is S tier, it's that period
Yes.
of Fortnite is S tier.
Yes.
Absolutely. So I'm super excited for it. We'll talk about it more as the leaks come out on the podcast as well.
100%.
It kind of lines up really well where a new episode of the podcast will come out right at the beginning of the new season.
true.
So we might even push it back a little bit to see if we can get some of those leaks into the new episode. Just because I know everyone at home is going to want to hear about what's actually going on.
Yeah.
But that's super cool. I mean, new duos, new season. The other thing going on in not just the Fortnite scene, but the gaming scene overall, the Esports World Cup. We talked about Gamers 8 last episode. And dude.
We do have to talk about this.
It's
it's massive. It's insane. $37 billion invested into this project.
which is crazy. I mean, Gamers 8 was already like the biggest esports festival on the planet or in history.
Yeah, not even close.
There isn't any, I mean, but the only thing that has ever rivaled that scale has been Fortnite World Cup.
Yeah.
And that was just one title.
That was one title in New York. This is in Saudi Arabia. It's a whole festival. It's not even esports. It's a music festival as well.
Yeah, it's crazy. They bring in artists from all over the planet. They bring in esports talent from all over the planet. They bring in titles from every genre you can imagine. I mean, racing, FIFA, Fortnite, battle royales, first-person shooters. I mean, I put out a list of the titles from last year.
Yeah.
Of FIFA, Fortnite, Tekken, Rainbow Six Siege, PUBG, CS:GO, Dota, StarCraft, Street Fighter, and Rocket League. I mean,
can you top those names?
you're touching all the bases
Yeah,
here.
pretty much.
And they're hinting there will be more titles.
That's insane.
What else are they gonna add?
I don't know. What else is there, realistically? I don't know.
Call of Duty?
Call of Duty, yeah.
That's up there.
Yeah. What else? I mean, I seriously don't know.
Some more racing games. Maybe you put in
yeah.
some like Nintendo stuff.
I could see that.
Pokemon.
Ooh, that could be a big one.
That could be a big one.
Yeah.
But I guess, I mean, obviously, though, our focus is going to be Fortnite through and
Obviously,
through.
yeah,
We
yeah.
saw 2022 Gamers 8, this is the same company doing the Esports World Cup that is doing Gamers 8. It's kind of like a rebrand. The 2022 Gamers 8 featured a zero build and standard battle royale competition.
Right.
2023 just had zero build. I am hoping, personally, of course, assuming I go out there, regardless, it'll be great for a viewer experience.
Yes, exactly.
They go back to featuring both
I would
types
like
of
that
play.
as well. I think that's ideal, like the way to handle it. I think a 2-day format is better than a 3-day. 3-day was kind of a lot for the player,
For the players,
at least.
yeah.
But I think 2-day, 1-day battle royale, other one zero build. I think that's perfect, honestly.
I think it'd be cool. I wonder if we'll see what qualifiers look like if they try and choose a format like DreamHack last year. Just because, I mean, what was it in 2022 for? It was online qualifiers, wasn't it?
It was online qualifiers. Zero builds, by the way. Zero build online qualifier.
Yeah. So I would hope. I liked the opportunity for players to qualify in person, especially for such a large LAN event. I think it's important that players are going in person, learning how to conduct themselves, things like that. So it just becomes difficult because then you have to make sure players are capable in both, or you're going to end up with a Pilkey, Sky Basing, and Standard Battle Royale.
Yeah. We don't talk about that.
We'll see, man. I know that after this last Gamers 8, so many players are itching to go out because they saw the improvements, right?
Yes. Yeah,
I mean, you saw what it was this year from a player perspective.
Insane.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
And that's levels above what it was the year before, right?
Nobody knew about it.
No, nobody knew about the changes. Yeah, and how they were improving on it. That would be the same kind of setup, but no, it's levels above every year. And talking to the talent on the talent side of things that were coming back from 2022 to 2023, they were like, dude, it's different. Like, it's nuts.
Yeah.
And now with this crazy investment, they're rebranding. Like, I don't know how much.
I don't know how it could get better. Like, I went there. I seriously do not know how it can get better.
I couldn't tell you, man. From a talent perspective, fantastic.
Yes.
The only thing, my only gripe was that casters didn't get featured on cam this year.
That's true.
But we got
to go. Sad about that.
But we got to go on the desk, so I was like, okay, cool. It was awesome because the desk was a cool space as it was. Mm-hmm. That was my only gripe, which is like so minimal.
Yeah, it's very small.
Like so minimal.
I mean, everything. I mean, I can't. I seriously could not complain about one single thing.
No, and for a viewer perspective, going back and watching it, like, broadcast was great.
Yeah, it was insane. It was perfect.
ESL nailed it.
They nailed it. They had interviews almost pretty much every single time walked out.
The content.
Yes.
Man. They were so willing to produce content. It was awesome, man. Like, you guys had full-on media days, which was cool, and content stuff. I got to do like a top of show thing, like a cold open for the day, which was so much fun. Got to walk around the Boulevard.
Yeah.
So awesome, man. And the Boulevard's a different conversation, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the venue, right? So for anyone at home, there's a place called the Boulevard in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, which is where this Gamers 8 tournament takes place. And the Battle Royale venue, which is where Fortnite takes place and PUBG, is only a very small part.
Very small.
Only a very small part.
It's very small, but it's huge.
I mean, we say small, but it's like, it's massive. It is an entire fairground. Like,
yes.
For anyone out there, I mean, we're both in Texas, so we can kind of have a good retrospect here. The Texas State Fair is the biggest state fair in the country.
By far.
It is about that size, if not bigger.
Yeah.
Which is nuts. And now with this investment, man, I can only imagine. And with the speed that they like adapt on the fly and build things up out there, dude,
I'm so ready.
I'm so hyped.
I'm so ready.
I pray I can stay. I can be involved again coming this next year. Even if I'm not, man, it's going to be a blast to watch.
Exactly same.
The way I view it is all growth is good growth, and this
100%.
is not just growth for the Fortnite community.
This is esports.
This is huge for esports. It's the biggest esports event in the history of gaming.
By far.
Period. End of story.
By far, yes.
Which is no small title by any means, because we've had some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, nuts. It's pretty wild to watch. I guess I really don't have anything left Fortnite related to cover. If you could think of anything, because we're through the list now. So
I see it. Yeah.
As far as like drama, the only other thing I can think of which isn't Fortnite related has been the Rocket League stuff going on with Evil Geniuses.
I do have one thing. Bucky times Ocus off spawn fight. Today's DOCC.
What do you mean?
Bucky times Ocus. Bucky's fighting Ocus off spawn.
Well, they have different duos?
Yeah.
And they're still landing in the same spot.
They're still landing same spot.
Oh, nah.
Straight 50-50 off spawn RVs.
Dude, after watching that performance from Ocus, like, he's him. I'm not.
I mean, it's gonna be 6-0. I'm not gonna lie. 6-0 Ocus. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know.
It's
man.
gonna be. It's gonna be.
That is a tragic circumstance.
Yeah.
That is a tragic circumstance.
Mm-hmm. Wait, what's this Rocket League stuff you're talking about?
Yeah, Rocket League X Evil Geniuses. Evil Geniuses had a collegiate series tournament that Hercules was putting on, and they just basically informed her that all of the sponsors pulled out and they couldn't do it anymore, and it was like super sad. And so she was just like, oh, bummer, they cut it. Like, things happen, like that happens in esports. But then just this last week, Evil Geniuses announces a collegiate tournament with a sponsor.
What?
And it was like, this is like her baby.
Yeah.
And of course, I mean, I work very closely with CCA for CCA featuring Fortnite and the collegiate stuff. CCA, College Carball Association, majority does Rocket League. They do CRL, they do all sorts of stuff. So a lot of my Twitter feed is Rocket League people.
Oh no.
And I'm just watching them get lit up.
Oh no.
They are getting eviscerated.
Jeez.
Just everyone across the board, like, don't you dare sign up.
Oh my god.
And they're like, talent wise, they're like, if you're a talent member and you sign up for this, dead to me.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, that's insane. Oh my gosh.
All I know is that I thought the Fortnite community could be crazy at times.
That's
I'm like,
insane.
dude, like,
gotta stay low key.
Hey guys,
maybe we'll just stay low key. Y'all be up here. We'll
dude,
be
I did
here.
not realize a little car ball could get so serious. Man.
I mean, no, I'm not gonna lie. I did play Rocket League for a little bit. It is a very intense game, very competitive, very competitive.
Oh, I mean, that's basically the whole viewer base. Is competitive.
It is.
But I mean, I think that's gonna wrap up episode 2 for us. We'll have a lot to talk about come next week. So I'm super excited to see what's to develop here in the next coming days as far as leaks. Follow us on all our socials if you want to see what's going on. Pfluger streams.
Yes, sir.
I post stuff on Twitter occasionally and yell at a microphone. But I mean, beyond that, hope you guys all have a fantastic day. We'll see you next time.
Peace out.